Good afternoon, my name is Israel. This activity is for English class number 6 for object number 11, and we are going to be answering the questions that were provided in the reading as well. And I'll be supporting myself on behalf of my cell phone to read the questions and to remember the answers that I have composed. We're going to begin with question number 1, which says, should we support the claim that hegemon is needed to order to create a liberal world economy? Well, we must expect that there must always be intervention on behalf of the markets, such in order to exist a liberal dominant power, because in the existence of the liberal element we can determine that the dominant power does not merely manipulate international economic relations. What does it mean here? Basically, it's letting us specify that economic market or economic activity must always have some sort of intervention that will help us regulate the correct function of the same one. We continue with question number 2, which says, is the United States currently an altruistic or predatory hegemon? I believe that unfortunately now, day by day that passes by, the United States has been losing that type of aspect. They are converting themselves into a more protectionist nation, which, as we know before, was not even a case. What is soft power and which countries have it? Soft power is known as the ability of resolution of conflicts by not using the military force or by not attacking physically the other nation. It's more known as a diplomatic way of resolution. Number 3, define the development problem in the developing world and discuss how should it be analyzed. As we all know, the developing and the developed worlds have been having conflicts throughout the round of time. We can now specify that the developing world is yet still needing of more support to have it be considered as developed, and the developed world, we can mention that they have created many type of associations that support them, but not 100%. It basically does not depend on the support of others to have developing countries or developing nations get to the point of being developed ones. Continue on with question number 5. Can development problem be solved? It may be resolved by the confirmation by the extremes of economic autonomy and fully integration into the global capitalist economy. As I mentioned before, yes, it can be solved, but it is 50-50 resolution where it depends not only on the support that is given, but also on the investment that the nation itself makes into his population in creating a better economy, not only for themselves but also for the world, because that way will be considered as interesting for other countries to invest in them as well, which will leave the support to be greater even each time. What is economic globalization? What are the benefits and drawbacks of economic globalization? And what are the implications of sovereign statehood? Globalization is the spread of intensification of economic, social, cultural, political, and economic aspects throughout the world that has some sort of interference from one border to another. Basically, it's considered as the growth that a nation has, but not only as in a national camp, but also in an international wide aspect. It involves a qualitative shift towards a world economy that is no longer based on autonomous national economies. It's basically all those nations that are considered to be open against the collaboration with other nations and avoid the protectionism that is currently being adopted by some nations that weren't doing so in the past time. Think of 1 or 2 research projects based on the IP theory. As an example of this, we can take the constant evolution between the transformation of political aspects taking over the economic aspects. What I mean with this is that we are currently now living in a world where the political aspects are being placed first and the economic ones. We now see that nations are looking forward into having more economic power than territorial quantity, instead of just having like more economic ability or influence between others. We can see this on how China has growth extremely fast on investing in the continents instead of trying to create conflicts of war with other nations just to take out their territory. They pretend to have more influence between other nations and have them considered as allies instead of considering them as opponents. On behalf of that will be everything on my end. Thank you very much.